Hello and welcome back to Mars. Today we are talking Storm Arena. It's been almost a week since the San Diego Comic-Con. Storm is back. We've got a pre-order for Dan the Man. Very excited for this. Now, the pre-order is going to be live tomorrow. Today we are looking at the pre-order teaser, I would say. I like to call it. A closer look at that to see, what else could we expect? What are the differences from the Capcom Cup leading up until now? So let's go ahead and jump into that. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is going to be the sculpting on the head sculpt here. It looks really good, phenomenal even, very serious. Not a goofy Dan I think that we're mostly familiar with, right? And you can see like the detail here with the butt chin, I guess you could call that. It looks good. It all looks nice. Everything looks nice and sculpted. Now I do want to bring to your attention that this figure was teased during Capcom Cup back in March. Now since then, there have been some changes. We just seen this figure again at the Anime Expo that took place earlier this month. So at the beginning of this month we had the Anime Expo showing off all these figures, and now at the very last day of the month we've got our teaser pre-order for Dan to be the next pre-order, and it looks good. But one thing also I want to bring to your attention is going to be the darker shade here. This gi is much darker. Even the complexion of the figure is much different than what we're seeing here from the final product. And then for head sculpts, I've seen some people ask questions about like the head sculpt. Is it coming with any like a goofy head sculpt or anything like that? I don't think that's going to be the case, just because going back to what we already have for pre-order, what we already have in hand, these figures are featuring 2 head sculpts and then up to 3 pairs of hands or 3 sets of hands. I don't think we're going to be getting any goofy or laughing or crying head sculpt for Dan. I think we're going to have our one serious head sculpt here, and then we're going to have our one open mouth expression here. And I say this because not only did we see this much recently at the Anime Expo, but we also saw this for the first initial reveal of the prototype for Dan. And to piggyback off of that, I would go as far as to say that maybe all of these figures that we're seeing are pretty much near final product. They're not showing figures that have much more improvement or need much more improvement, and that could be a bit worrisome when it comes to the Darkstalkers figures and Chun-Li. So bear that in mind. And I also want to let you know and jog your memory about the roadmap that we had gotten much earlier on in the year, before they started doing all of these reveals and pre-orders and things like that. So you can see here we've got Ryu, Ken, Sagat. Now Dan is going up for pre-order. That means next, if we're looking at this, should be Chun-Li and then Charlie. Probably to end off the year will be Charlie. But yeah, over here you can see a goofy head sculpt. I don't think we're going to be getting that with this figure, unfortunately. And that's going to be it for our closer look at this Dan the Man teaser pre-order from Storm Arena. Make sure to come back tomorrow for the official full pre-order breakdown, where we'll look at all of the promotional images, the release date, the price, and so on. Thank you all for watching. Comment below and drop a like. Until then, we'll see you next time. Peace.